What are some mistakes or some things that you see that you've seen grow up that uh, some advice, I guess, to parents that you've seen growing up that maybe you think could have been better? Maybe not for yourself, but you've seen growing up, seeing that maybe some of your friends or some
In
other
terms
people on
of
the team.
sports or
Yeah,
just in
and
general?
sports and judo, for example, since that's what you grew up with.
I mean, it's pretty funny. You see a lot of kids when they're competing or when they're just training and the parents are watching. The parents who don't know anything about the sport always try to teach them or give them advice, and you're not the coach kind of thing. You know
Mhm.
what I mean? Or they're being too harsh on their kids. Oh, why are you not performing at the level that you're supposed to be performing? Oh, why did you lose this tournament? Why didn't you not beat that guy? I think a lot of psychological problems, the way they kind of talk to their kids, encourage their kids, like no positive reinforcement, you know. It's more of like they're thinking of it as here and now
Hmm.
instead of a
Long term
long-term
process
process. Yeah.
and the kid's emotional being, right? Like wellness. What is your dad? What is your dad? How does he react to losses? How does he react to just? I mean, you with your younger brothers now you see it, but even with you, even when you growing up,
I mean, when he changed a lot over a period of time, I was the first one. I got all the,
you take all the hits.
I took all the hits, paved the road for the other ones.
Hmm.
Uh, for me growing up, he would be pretty upset, visibly, if I would lose or something like that. Would be very competitive, you
Hmm.
know. The whole nature is competitive, you know. You just go to a tournament and it's me against some other kid, and after that, my dad and his dad, and they're
Hmm.
just like staring at each other, like who's gonna win, whatever. But over the time, he just kind of calmed down, and it doesn't really matter. He tells me it doesn't really matter. It's not a short sprint; it's a marathon. You can gain a bunch of experience. Every loss is experience, just as long as you
So
work
what
on those
matters?
mistakes.
Experience.
Experience matters.
What else matters?
As long as you learn from that experience, do your homework, get better, work on the mistakes that you've made, and I mean, experience as a whole, experience in the fighting process, and experience psychologically as well, because you know there's a big psychological aspect of
Yeah.
fighting. Obviously, when you go in, you can be nervous, performance and anxiety. You don't perform the same way you perform at practice. Uh, there's like a thing. Don't be scared to lose.
Hmm.
Just do your best and enjoy. You
So
know,
you can be in the moment, right? Not
pretty
stuck in the
much
future or not being present.
in that kind of flow state.
Hmm.
Because in reality, it doesn't really matter right now, especially. Like I can't even fly out right now, so for me it doesn't matter. I mean, I have a good ranking. As long as I keep my ranking, I'm just always on the radar. I'm gonna be good when I get my documents, and I'm gonna da 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 da. But
Get your
for the
slot, get your spot.
pretty much, but for the younger ones, it really doesn't matter at all, because there was a
Younger ones, like just growing up, right? Kid, teenagers, even, right? Younger.
I mean, pretty much. There is a statistic in Russia, like Russian national team for
Hmm.
seniors, people who go to world championships, Grand Slams, European championships, all of that, and the whole team. There's not a single person who was Russian national champion under 13,
Under
under
13.
15, and under 18. Not a single one, because those kids were being pushed with hard training and perform. They usually burn out before they peak or end their career with injuries or anything like that. So it's more of like a you know just steady process.
Peaking at the right time, not getting burnt out, right?
No, for sure, for sure, for sure.
One of our black belts, Pasadena, he switched the positions, So he interviewed me, and he was asking me about blue belts and black belts, and the levels. And I remember telling him, like, man, back in the day, when I was younger, like, man, the world class blue belts was not, the level wasn't that much different than like a black belt, you know what I mean, like the best guys, of course, like there's levels and everything, but kind of just saying overall, generally, like the level wasn't that difference, but come tournament time, it was a huge difference. Like it's like the guys they didn't perform, they didn't compete as well as
Yeah,
like
yeah,
a
yeah.
black belt, you know.
For sure.
But in training, like the difference wasn't that great, you know. But come tournament time, it was like huge difference.
Because you're always nervous, and the way it's a long process to figure out your head.
Yeah, how to control your
manage.
emotions, how to you get that experience, right, in higher level tournaments and
Pretty much, yeah.
finals and whatever, make big matches, right?
No, yeah, for sure. It's just, I mean, there's a handful of athletes who are just kind of gym champions. They perform really good in the gym. They train really hard, amazing talent, but they have a problem with their head psychologically, and they just can't perform like that when you're supposed to.
Yeah.
And it's just pretty upsetting. A lot of teams, national teams in Israel and stuff like that, they implement psychiatrists to help athletes kind of figure it out a little bit.
Like Penn State, you know, they have a on the team psychologist, mental coach.
Mental coach, psychologist, stuff like that. But in Russia, and it's not like
It's not there yet.
thing. Yeah. It's really not. It's really
Just
not.
do it.